Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another Warcraft replay here. We are on the map Terenas Stand featuring a Knight of Mirror. This was on the replays website. And yeah, it started. And we have Foggy. This one's not Foggy. What's it? I'll just play first. We have Yange spawning in as the blue Knight Elf in the top left. Blue? You should be red. Okay, that looks better. And we have Foggy spawning in as the blue Night Elf in the bottom right. This is gonna be a long one, so hold your, I don't know, get some popcorn, whatever, as, yeah, we get to this. Knight of Mirror, tends to be very variable, I guess. We've had mass archers versus each other, we've had archers versus mass dryads, we've had hippogriff riders and all that. And yeah, all the sorts. This is still 1.30. 0.1. 0.2 hasn't hit Netease just yet. I think it should come out soon. TM, I guess. It's really weird. Netease likes to delay it a lot, and I don't know if it hurts the Korean and Chinese players a lot when it comes to like practice, because this patch has been quite a doozy for the Night Elves in particular. So yeah, we have keepers on both sides. Let's bring this tracker up here. Not too out of the ordinary. I mean, Keeper has kind of like kicked Demon Hunter off his throne. We do see, I would say probably see the same amount of Wardens, but even then, like, we have more Wardens than Demon Hunters now. So yeah, I don't know if 0.2 actually changes anything between the Keeper and any other Night Elf hero, but when that does hit, yeah, we'll probably see the effects of that. Ancient War creeping at the Merc camp over here. This is the changed Terenas Stands, where the bases are pretty much at the direct corners, and some of the special features were removed a little bit. Merc Camp used to be over here, I believe, and the Goblin Labs used to be at the corners where the starting bases are now. So yeah, Cloak Shadow is getting picked up here. I'm not sure if it's going to be that useful for the Keeper, but same start for Yange. He will be picking up the +3 Intelligence as well as the Greater Healing Potion. Consumable is the Wand of Mana Stealing for Foggy, so Foggy is going to bite the crap items, to be honest. Yange's gotten pretty good, I guess. Their second camp items are exactly the same, +3 agility. Not too useful there, but can be held for a possible second hero, but I'm assuming it's going to be Alchemist second, since we kind of see that a lot. And it is pre-nerf Alchemist, where the Acid Bomb does less damage over time. I'm surprised that the damage got hit rather than the minus armor, but then again, I guess that does make sense, since Acid Bomb is kind of like AoE Soulfire, not like AoE Soulfire and like, oh, I don't know, Breath of Fire kind of thing. So it can't be good at damage and minus armor, which is what I'm trying to say. Mass creeping on both sides. We are going to have the gold camp cleared out for Foggy's side first. Yange is going to clear out the middle camps here, and he is going to pick up the +6 claws as well as the +2 ring of protection there. Level 3 for the Keeper, possibly level 3 as well for Foggy. And yeah, it seems like Yange is going to be the first on the aggressive side here. He will spot that gold mine has been cleared out. We do have an expansion attempt close by. It is going to possibly be spotted first. Oh. It should be spotted. Surely it should be spotted. Nope, it actually is out of sight. That is kind of lucky for Foggy, but most likely Yange will predict an expansion will be coming in very soon, and he might actually spot it now. There we go. I actually have no idea if Ultravision was completed or not. Nope, no Ultravision, so he just tried to cover as much space as possible, and luckily enough, that is going to be a cancelled expansion. This gold mine is still uncleared, so no expansion attempts just yet for Yange. He is going to be very close to finishing off that tier 2. Foggy, on the other hand, since he did go attempt to expand first, he is going to be slightly delayed on that.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
I'm hearing a lot of things in the background. I do apologize if that actually gets caught by the mic. I have the window open because it's very, very hot in here, and
Your building is complete.
yeah, it's just a compromise that I have to make. No Hunter Soul I see for Yange. He's gonna still keep at it with those archers. He's gonna go for the improved bows, increased attack range, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So, possible Hippogriff Riders, I don't know, but the tier 2 is obviously for something. Alchemist is going to get picked up for both sides at the same time. Acid Bomb for Foggy and Acid Bomb for Yange.
Your building is complete.
Which one's this? Foggy's Alchemist is trying to be caught out here, but Keeper is going to prevent the other Keeper from pursuing. Acid Bomb did a good chunk of damage. Thankfully there is a healer, so that will be mitigated very soon. Hunter Soul is complete for Foggy, and he is gonna possibly go for double ancient allures. I have not seen any placed down yet, so waiting with bated breath, to be honest. Is that healer number 2? That is healer number 2 being picked up by Yange, and he's gonna go for a possible siege. Population currently is 40 for Yange versus Foggy's 34. We also have to count for the treants that don't get counted on the supply count there, but nice detonations there to take out 2 of those treants. Moonwells are the primary target, it seems, for Yange, and he will be able to take out the first one. That is a lot of treants dying left and right. The abolish magic of the Shadow Priests is very, very helpful. And we are gonna stick with it. Yange is hopefully trying to go for a second Moonwell, but with the Keeper out of mana, I can't really see him doing too much. But all in all, this is kind of good in itself because it kind of prevents Foggy from placing down Ancient Allures, and it prevents him from getting out of his base. Just needs to make sure not to lose any free heroes in exchange. TP Scroll is going to be cast after killing off an archer, and tier 3 is on the way. Still no major production buildings have been placed down for Yange, so this tier 3 is... it's putting me off my game, to be honest. Nature's Blessing is on the way. Possibly for another expansion attempt here, but honestly, where is the production buildings on any of these 2 players' sides? I have no idea. But yeah, very confused right now. Goblin Lab being taken out. Maybe a Shredder will be picked up, but yeah, this might be a good time to start expanding if you're Yange, because your opponent's kind of been stuck at his base forever. Double Ancient Laws is finally going to be placed down there. And yeah, that is going to be that. That is a lot of illusions being burnt. But the expansion is finally being cleared out. The top right gold mine is also being cleared out by Foggy, so he could potentially expand in 2 different locations. This one is currently under surveillance by Yange, so we might have a top right expansion. We shall see. What is Yange doing? His base is empty. I actually have no idea what he's doing right now. He's just massing up archers, and I'm not sure if that's going to work out in the late game. Where did those skeletons come from? We have a Dark Ranger third. Okay, so an interesting hero comp. Dark Ranger to complement the standard first 2 heroes here. I believe she's most likely picked for the silence rather than the black arrows. But yeah, I'm interested to see how the Dark Ranger will contribute. Healing Spray is going to be cast after a Wand of the Wind was used by Foggy there. Surprised that the wand is actually being used on the Keeper rather than, I don't know, maybe saving it for the Alchemist when he casts Healing Spray. But either way, the Dark Wizard does get taken out, and the item is... What is the item? I actually have no idea what the item is. It's not Skull of the Beast, is it? I was actually anticipating a big-ass item, but I just don't see it. Apologies, I actually can't discern which item was dropped by the Dark Wizard.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Huh, that's weird. I was expecting like a level 6 item, but I don't see any level 6 items at all, which is really weird. Unless it was a consumable and it was used immediately. I don't see it on Foggy's heroes, which is weird. So yeah, color me confused. We are spamming Mountain Giants for Foggy. Okay, so he's doing that, I see. Well, Mountain Giants, these are the pre-nerfed Mountain Giants where they cost 6 supply rather than 7. And they should do well against mass archers, I would say, but right now there's only 2 Mountain Giants versus a Scroll of the Beast army of Night Elves, and they are doing a crap ton of damage. Mountain Giant number 1 is going to get taken down. Acid Bomb is going to do a nice job mitigating all of their armor. Ancient Protector is on the ground, but is it going to be enough to defend against this? I'm not too sure. Healing Spray is going to be cast. We do have another charge of Wand of the Wind, I believe, so he could possibly use that on the next Healing Spray. But the Ancient of Wonders does... Wait, Ancient of Lore does get taken out. My apologies, I thought it was Ancient of Wonders since it got taken down so quickly, but... Stone Resistance, Resistance Skin is on its way for those Mountain Giants. Not too useful, I would say, because Acid Bomb kind of does its work, minusing the armor, and there's not much magic damage on the red side here, but here we go. Last Ancient of Lore is going to be rushed down as quickly as possible. TP Scroll is on the way, and will he be able to get it? Nope. The Wisps are just enough to repair the Ancient of Lore, and Resistance Skin is going to be completed. Expansion has been completed for Yange. It seems he is kind of out of range. That was a bit of a mistake there. I'm not sure how long it's been out of range of that gold line, but not too good. +1 attack upgrades for those archers are on the way, and considering we saw mass archers, I'm kind of confused on what the next target is going to be for Yange, but he's gonna stick to archers, gaining the attack damage of the archers and hippogriff riders.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Huh. Like I said, I'm baffled. If anything, he should have a second Ancient of War, just in case he loses his units so quickly, but right now he is just sticking to it. Foggy is saving up a lot of gold on something. He's currently on a lumber problem, but I imagine that could either translate to an expansion or a low upkeep army. We will see. Tome of Experience gets picked up there and stolen by the Keeper of Foggy. Entangle is going to be cast. Healing wards have been placed down as well, but the damage is kind of too much, and the TP Scroll is going to be forced there. Interesting, I think I saw a life drain from the Dark Rangers, so we don't even have silence. So life drain is an interesting choice. At least there's no interrupts for Foggy to actually use to stop that. Just weird. I thought silence would have been the option as to why the Dark Ranger was picked, but clearly not. Okay, another attack is on the way. We are still at Mountain Giant number 1 for Foggy, so here we go here. Lots of resources still for Yange, and yikes, you can see those Mountain Giants queued up very, very quickly. 50 versus 46, the Mountain Giant is quickly dying with the Acid Bomb, mitigating his armor. That is just... it's almost like he's not a tank. But either way, Healing Spray is going to be cast. We don't have any more Wand of the Wind, it seems, and yeah, we are once again racing for that Ancient of Lore. Wisps are being brought over, and yeah, is going to be repairing that. I'm not sure if Yange is gonna do the exact same race, but he is focusing down that keeper down to half health. Most of the moon walls are kind of wiped out in terms of mana. Alchemist, kind of bad positioning right there. He is going to be entangled and possibly preserved if there is a preservation staff available, but no. TP scroll is going to be transferred over, and that is going to be a retreat coming in from the red side. No preservation staff. That might have or it might have continued on with the siege, but yeah, I imagine a staff is probably going to be picked up very soon. Right, Yange? Scroll gets picked up, and a staff. There we go. Don't want to delay the pressure any longer. I'm still amazed that this Mass Archer comp is still going on. Where is that Ancient of War? Did it get destroyed in the previous fight? I think it did. Oh no, there it is. Okay, I didn't realize it made the cross country there, but it's not making anything right now as Yange is staying in low upkeep. Nope, he is going to, or staying in no upkeep, but it seems he is going to start going into the yellow. Treants being used to scout. We're still sticking with archers. They are at +2, and +3 attack upgrades is going to be nearly completed. Mountain Giants, they either need plus armor or they need something else, because right now Acid Bomb is making it so they don't reduce any damage, and that is kind of bad. Wellspring is on the way. Understandable since so many fights have been at his base. But here comes another siege, 57 versus 50 here. Acid Bomb is going to hit a good chunk of units. Taunt is going to prevent those treants from running away as easily. Not too important, that one treant. It's not going to take down the big tree of life. But yeah, that's... I mean, eventually the map is going to run out of trees, and I'm curious if the game's going to go that long, but here we go here, 3 Mountain Giants on the ground. Is that going to insinuate a fight? It does not seem like it. The treants are kind of getting baited in, but other than that, the remainder of the army is going to retreat. Keeper did get enough trees to get that level 5, so that is going to be 4 whole treants in 1 Force of Nature cast. Another healing spray being cast there, and that is a good Acid Bomb, to be honest. But Yange doesn't care, he's gonna go straight after it. Dryads are being quickly focused down. Alchemist of Yange is kind of in the orange, so he needs to be a little careful, but he does have the Greater Healing Potion. Is gonna pop that. The Dryads seem to be the main target here for Yange, but the Mountain Giants are nothing to... or really shouldn't be ignoring that Mountain Giant. As, comically enough, the Dark Ranger gets left behind in the TP scroll, and that is going to be a dead Dark Ranger at level 2, I believe. A bit of a blunder there from Yange. That is going to be some unnecessary resources spent on reviving her, but we have Glaive Throwers on the way for Yange to deal with possibly just the Mass Dryad threat. I can't imagine it's for the Mountain Giants themselves, but since we are starting to mass up on those Dryads for Foggy, Glaive Thrower seems to be a good option. This is actually pre-buffed Glaive Throwers, as so the buff was in 1.30.2 that their initial target will get hit no matter what, because some units can dodge with like Blink or just being very fast, but in the recent patch, not this patch, Glaive Throwers will always hit their first target. It's just that the splash damage is still affected by where the glaive lands, so yeah, we are going balls deep on those Glaive Throwers here. We have finally a second Ancient of War, as both players are at even supply at 67. But I think the main difference is that it's level 5 Keeper versus level 4 Keeper. So that's like 3 treants for every 4 treants per cast, so that will eventually add up. And right now, I'm not sure if Yange wants to choose this, but he is going to take some nice pot shots with those glaive throwers there. +3 attack is nothing to laugh at, and the first Mountain Giant is going to be forced back. That is a lot of treants on the blue side there, and wisps are being brought over just in case the red side brings their own treants in. Skull protection is going to be a nice way to mitigate the acid bomb, as both alchemists just tossing out that healing spray. The main problem is that most of the Dryads are still alive and healthy, so the longer this fight goes, the bad position that Yange is going to be in. As I say that, most of the Dryads have actually been wiped out. Mountain Giants are still hacking away at it. The first glaive thrower is going to fall. We are going to bring in a couple of buildings as well for the blue side here. Foggy being rather desperate, and I'm not sure if it's going to pay out too well. It seems like most of the Dryads have finally been wiped out, but yeah, I don't know. It looks pretty even, but for now, Foggy is kind of losing a bit. Keeper has actually been taken out as well. That is my bad for not spotting it, but yeah, I don't see much happening for Yange. Yange's actually going to lose his own Keeper, so nicely done there, trading Keepers for each other. And Foggy is slowly pushing his opponent back to his main base. Most of the Moonwalls have pretty much dried out, and it seems like these two Mountain Giants are going to wipe the floor with the remainder of the units here. Dark Ranger at low health as well, no Moonwalls to deal with it, and she is out of mana for a life drain, so is going to use a health pot, but is that going to be enough? I don't think so. And it seems like both sides are just going to back off a little bit, which is kind of bad for Foggy, since every time he runs away he is going to take some glaives to the face or to the back. Dark Ranger a little too far from her position, but it seems like the game is going to prolong even longer, as both sides have suffered heavy damage. Glaive Thrower seems to be working. The Dryads have been taken out, but the Mountain Giants kind of need to be answered for. There we go with an acid bomb there, but kind of too late. The Mountain Giant is running away, so he needed to cast that a lot earlier. Those glaive throwers kind of did like no damage, but yeah, hopefully he can do that in the next fight, as we have an almost level 6 alchemist, and not sure how useful that's going to be for Foggy's side, since it seems like most of Yange's units are going to be mechanical. I'm pretty sure transmute doesn't hit mechanical, I think. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. Tree of Eternity has moved to the expansion, but it is being pressured by the remnants of Yange's units. Can Foggy actually respond? He might be able to. He has 3 giants versus not that many units for Yange. The glaive throwers are so slow that they didn't even get halfway to reaching that expansion. Or not expansion, but second base. Keeper has returned for Foggy, and I believe Keeper... Oh no, he's halfway, so he's not even that close to coming back for Yange. We are in a bit of a predicament, to be honest. Mass Archers and Glaive Throwers for the red side, Mountain Giants and Dryads for the blue side. That is an interesting army comp to, I guess, hit butts with, but yeah, Yange trying to go for some drop plays, but might find more success at the main base. Just needs to be careful not to lose his 3 glaive throwers here.
Your building is complete.
Force of Nature going to be used, but this side I believe can drop units, or at least this little hill. I'm pretty sure it can drop units. I'm pretty sure I got cheesed a couple years ago by drops over here, but yeah, just a couple of free shots onto these moonwalls, but taking unnecessary damage. Expansion on the top right for Yange. So for the most part, it has been 2 vases versus 1, but the problem is that Yange's kind of got very very fragile unit with his Zeppelin and not Zeppelin, archers and glaive throwers. Right. Well, Zeppelin is kind of screwed, or not. It seems like Foggy is going to be forced to move out. We're still stuck at 3 giants for Foggy, but I believe both sides are just kind of sticking to no upkeep here. So these glaive throwers might be able to do a lot if they are able to snipe down these moon walls for free. Hell, even if they snipe down the Ancient of Lores, that would be nice, but it seems he relocated his Ancient of Lores and is on the way to making his hippogriffs to hopefully deal with that Zeppelin. That pesky Zeppelin here. Archer Force kind of distracting Foggy a little bit, but he is going to lose an archer for that.
Our warriors have engaged.
Right. Zeppelin still doing more shenanigans here, but he is going to be a little screwed once those hippogriffs finally hop into the air. Base on the top right has finished entangling, and
Our sacred grove is
we are at a weird standstill point, but I imagine that hippogriff will finally fix things. And Yange is not currently aware of that tree, of that Ancient of Wind. Uh-oh. Hippogriff number 1 is here, and
our sacred grove is being
yeah,
desecrated.
those glaive throwers are kind of screwed. Because once that Zeppelin goes down, glaive throwers can't escape, and insult to injury, they are actually trapped inside that tree line. So
Our warriors
yeah.
have engaged enemies.
Archer Threat is going to try and attempt to break through these giants, able to take down 2 really quickly. Acid Bomb should be able to do work here. Another healing spray is going to be cast, and surprisingly enough, half the giants have been taken down and the remainder have lost half their lives. There goes the TP scroll from the Keeper, as yeah, it seems like most of the momentum has been taken care of. Is that Archer gonna die? Nope. That is Orb Venom and Slow Poison, so that is not a lethal poison. If that was Acid Bomb, that would have killed, but thankfully, resources have been saved. We are quadruply training Huntresses this time around. Thankfully, they do benefit from the +3 attack upgrades that were completed very early on, and Mass Huntresses are going to do very nicely against those mountain giants, as they are normal and they take extra for normal. They're medium armor and they take extra from normal damage. And yeah, they're gonna heavily outnumber the mountain giants that will be out for Foggy. We're currently at 60 for Yange, as Foggy sticks to his sub 50 armor supply here. And yeah, it's kind of bad news for the blue player. Is going to spot the Huntress threat, so yikes, massive force is moving to the only base that you are mining from, so kind of gotta hurry. What happened over here? It seems nothing happened. It's just that the gold mine is not red. Actually, this gold mine is not red either. I might be tripping, but here we go here. Oh, not a really good position for those Huntresses, but they're gonna fight it anyway. Acid Bomb is going to get rid of a whole bunch of armor. Healing Spray is going to also keep those Huntresses topped up. But the main important thing here is that those mountain giants were in a good position for the bouncing glaze, but they're gonna go straight after, I think, the Keeper. It seems the Keeper is the main target here for Yange, which is rather interesting. But instead he's gonna go after these Dryads now that the Keeper's run away, I think. I mean, I don't know what Yange is doing. He's currently losing a lot of health on his units, but wow, he's really thirsty for that Keeper. Dryad number 1 is finally gonna get taken down, but these Huntresses are shadow melded, which I'm not sure why. I'm pretty sure he can stand toe-to-toe with them, but he's currently taking out the Dryads first, before most likely begin to lay the beat down on those mountain giants. As I say that, we have a very nice surround onto the keeper there. He does not have a TP scroll and no dust whatsoever, so I believe the keeper is just going to be bursted down. Nope, he is going to be saved with the TP with the staff preservation. Nicely done there from Foggy, but he needs to be wary of that second surround that will most likely be coming in very soon. So yeah, very awkward sort of play, as the keeper is going to TP staff away from the current location, and we're going to just straight up fight these mountain giants, it seems. Yeah, that was a very curious play, but mountain giants are hammering away against that alchemist. He is going to be preserved back home, but yeah, now it's the keeper that's a little screwed. He did take quite a bit of damage thanks to that soul poison, but Huntresses chasing that keeper again, but it seems Huntresses, their main counter is a Zeppelin. Okay, that was very weird to me, because I felt like with the amount of... since he's off of 2 bases, he could afford to possibly just throw his Huntresses at the giants, but it seems he wanted to go straight after that keeper because most likely killing the keeper might win the game since Foggy's only at 1 base. But yeah, that's really weird. It gave him enough Huntress kills to get at level 6, and Tranquility might be a game changer here because most of these units are kind of hard to kill. I say most, everyone but the Dryads are kind of hard to kill, so Tranquility is going to have a lot of value in the late game. Or this is like super late game, I guess. Base on the top right has been spotted, and are we going to have a defense coming in? It is a Tree of Eternity, however, so it's going to take an extremely long time to bust down, but these giants do have a couple of trees. But here comes a possible fight here. Huntress is going straight at it, but the Tree of Eternity might be taken down before the Huntresses can get there. Never mind, it seems that Foggy is being a little wary here. We do have more glaive throwers, so the armor comp is kind of well rounded, I guess, but Yange is still not choosing to fight this. Glaive throwers trying to get into a better position. Transmute is going to be used. I actually don't know who that hit, but yeah, that is going to be a bit bad. Tranquility is going to be used there, and no form of interrupt. He is also invuln, so oh no, invuln wore off, but this is not looking good for the red player here. 61 versus 60. Level 7 on Foggy's Alchemist, and Transmute should be up very soon as well. He is kind of screwed on mana, however, so these mountain giants are just tanking it. But Mountain Giant number 1 is going to be preserved back home. We need more acid bombs, but the Alchemist is just solely putting down the heals. And Mountain Giant number 2 is going to get preserved back home. So nice double preservation staffs here, but having to be preserved so quickly means that Foggy is slowly losing position on this assault. Alchemist, very low health there. He is most likely going to get taken down. No preservation staff available, no TP scroll available. So level 5 Alchemist in exchange for a couple of Dryads, it seems. Yange hasn't even gone a single mountain giant, which just kind of feels bad, but hopefully he will be able to take one after entangling it, so kind of worth, I guess. I mean, it's still a level 5 Alchemist, I believe, so that is a costly revival. Oh, Alchemist level 7 for Foggy might actually be taken down as well, but he is going to get picked up by the Zeppelin here, and Keeper just not strong enough to deal with that Zeppelin. Will be able to live with 100 health. Yikes. Okay, the Glaive Thrower seems to work very well. The Huntresses, however, kind of didn't do much. A lot of them died in the process. And we are once again at a standstill. Tranquility is going to be used to try and heal up these low units, but yeah, this is it's I'm surprised this game's still going on, to be honest. Foggy is finally gonna take the base on the bottom left, so yeah, he will try and equalize the gold there, but I can't see Foggy losing, but I can't see him winning either, because these mountain giants have lived for so long, but he just can't seem to seal the deal versus Yange right now. We're at about 6 glaive throwers and 6-ish huntresses. Is that going to be enough? I don't know, but oh wow, this Dark Wizard is still alive. It has been pulled, but I believe it will be given over to Yange's side here. Alright, I'm pretty sure this creep drops a level 6 item, so I won't miss it this time around. Dark Ranger, what item is it going to be? Oh, wait, what? It's a great healing potion. Okay, that was really weird. I guess the first Dark Wizard dropped the healing potion as well, or Skull of the Beast, because I was anticipating level 6 item, but it seems it was just a consumable. Here we go with the fight though. 74 versus 65, heavy supply advantage towards the red player here, and yeah, currently we are down 1 giant. Dryads are being sniped by those glaive throwers as well. Tranquility finally on the red side, and that is going to heal up the glaive throwers as well. So yeah, despite having Tranquility for so long, Foggy just not able to fully win a team fight here. His keeper is being chased down by those huntresses, but it seems like the Alchemist has been switched over and he is going to get taken down at level 7. Keeper is going to try and TP staff home. He will be able to do so, but at what cost? He is most likely going to lose his base in the bottom left, and most likely all his giants. As, yeah, finally, it seems Yange might be able to finish off his opponent. Glaive throwers are trying to kite it out versus these mountain giants, but I mean, at the same time, they are giving free hits over towards those huntresses. So, yeah, despite massing up those pesky mountain giants, just the sheer amount of huntresses and glaive throwers is going to be enough to wipe these guys out. Yeah, 71 versus 39. Alchemist is going to be revived at the tavern, but I mean, that was such a costly revival. That is a level 7 hero at the tavern there, so most likely Foggy is kind of out of resources, as you can see here. I'm only about 200 gold and a good number of lumber, but that is not going to be enough to deal with this massive threat that is currently at his door. And yeah, this is most likely going to be game. Tree of Eternity is going to be focus fired. Only 1 glaive thrower, but yeah, huntresses alone are going to be enough. Transmute onto the final glaive thrower there, so at least I was able to learn that transmute can hit mechanical units. 263 gold is an insane amount, but yeah, transmute is not going to be enough, as the Tree of Eternity has been taken out, and that is the last mining gold mine for Foggy. He is going to try to rebuild at the bottom left, but at this point the best source of income for him right now is this transmutes, and not many glaive throwers left, so he's going to have to make do with those huntresses, who I believe only give like 100-ish gold. And Foggy is going to try and keep it up, but yeah, either one fight and then GG, or I don't know, this might be the incoming fight here. No TP scrolls available for the blue side. A boatload of huntresses still alive on the red side. And here we go. We do have double preservation staff, but the alchemist is going to run away. The keeper, however, is gonna be left alone. or so I think. He is he trying to juke it? The anti-magic shell potion has been worn off, but it seems, yeah, Yange's keeper was nowhere even close to position. Mountain Giant number 1 is gonna get entangled, but I believe a preservation is available. Tranquility is gonna be used after popping an invuln there, but I don't even know if that's going to be enough. Keeper gets preserved back home as, yep, the Alchemist is now the lonely target, as is he gonna get taken out or is he gonna get preserved back home? He gets preserved, but the Keeper joins the fray just to get caught out as well, and it seems like that is gonna be game. So 40 minutes of back and forth action here, and yeah, surprising enough, tier 1 units were able to beat Mountain Giant Dryads. So that was weird. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. That was definitely the longest game I've casted in this year, but to be fair, this is my second game, so hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you guys again next time.